Lusensiko bamujja mu ttano ne mukazi we nga omwezi
gumugokka
yali abakoze eki omwezi ogumu yali abakoze ono Bashir emyaka egi ng'agenze yalayira kumalako myaka emeka
bulamu bwe bwonna.
So which means swearing in or not swearing in abafumbo mbagamba nti olumu mubeera ku lumbe lwammwe nga mulaba mbaga. How many bafumbo kill each other?
Mubeera ku mbaga naye nga mulaba lumbe.
Yes, obeera ku lumbe lwo ng'olulaba naye ng'oli ku mbaga. So to me what is important is not the present swearing in. Hard to swear for good. It's a ceremony. It's a wedding. Teri musajja agenda mu ddwaliro n'akebera mukazi we oba n'abaana alizaala. Tekiriyo.
Sikiwuliranga nako.
Yes. Kakati kuno okulayira kw'ababaka abo bwe mulaba. Kukuba Bobi Wine.
Okulayira kw'ababaka?
Yes.
Kumukuba kutya ate?
Anti kumukuba lwa bintu ebyo. Nabagamba nti Museveni yabaleetera system gye mutasobola. If you see a man say that my wife has delivered twins, one is mine, another one is not mine, ffe mu Africa tukuyita musiru.
Abaana balongo babiri olinako omulasi wo.
How?
Kisoboka?
How can Bobi Wine be defeated and his MP be cheated? The same system does not cheat his MPs. Awo Museveni we yabakwatira.
Bobi Wine bakubya akalulu ogaba kunyaze abaka bo bawangudde era ogiza nti bo bawangudde mu
ne bajja ne balayira
n'okulayira
kati abo n'abalayira abanuko
walonzo omugwe nninzi.
They are exonerating the government Museveni's system. You lost because the same system cannot produce twins when one is yours, another one is not yours. Those are European scientific issues.
Walonzo gwe nninzi omubaka omukyalo wa Kampala yagala talirayira ojja nga layira mu gavumenti ya Kyagulanyi naye kanda be batalayire.
Anti kyenkubuulira
NUP
we don't gundi yagamba Kyakihero yagamba ti ebigambo ebyogerebwa munnabyabufuzi bwabirya tebimukubya mpiiye. Omanyi Kyakihero ye musajja gwolina okusoma ennyo n'omutegeera. I study the characters. Kyakihero failed all exams. Taata we n'amugamba Kyakihero nyamba uyite ebigezo ebikuyingiza mu magye. Kyakihero is a celebrated Prime Minister of Britain. John Major yasoma by correspondence was senior 4, but he was once a successful Minister of Finance in Britain. Major was confronted, there was challenged. Yali alwana ne Sakowe nga balwanira obukulembeze bwa Conservative Party nga bakuba gundi agenda Thatcher. Ne bamugamba ti wasoma yagamba I have never been impressed by British professor. Even Block had to issue a directive gye yasomera not to release exams. Kakati ebigambo munnabyabufuzi byayogera except me.
Munnabyabufuzi
mbwe nkuga nti amwe pig I have no reverse gear sidda gye nvudde. Mu Uganda taliimu. Mu Uganda abanfaanana tuli abo nze ne Museveni. Museveni pacified. Ani kubuulira Museveni yapacifyalinga olutalo lw'ekiyeekera. Myaka egi yagana okukola n'obuti. Nange nagana okudda mu gavumenti.
President omugoyogerako yatugambako nti sigenda kudda
ate atya
ngenda kukulembera bbanga bweri.
Museveni yagamba
natuka n'abirya.
Museveni yagamba
n'agamba nti kireese obuzibu bwa Africa bakulembeze kuliza ku ntebe.
Museveni
yagamba
the problem of Africa is that African leaders overstay the power.
They
cling to power. Let us analyze the statement.
Yes.
At that time, Museveni was expressing his own opinion. What if I had a family which is weak? One of my wives was saying that I should go to NBS. I refused.
That he should go back.
Kubanga nze sifugibwa family. Yesterday I had a hot meeting with my children. Ovuma abantu tetufuna mirimu gya gavumenti. Change your names. N'abaana mu State Council, n'abaana mu Revenue Authority, You just can't change your name.
Abana bakyusa amannya.
Ninzi sinza kulya bigambo byange. I'm a pig. Kakati Museveni is not like me. Revolutionary political parties discipline their members. Museveni was expressing that opinion as an individual. Museveni is now a property of NRM. Tukulonzo you know question about irrespective. That's why when Museveni took power, he went to Kawempe and bought a bed. The moment he became president, he became a property of government. He is a property of government. Museveni is a property of NRM and the government.
Which means
yes, he is no longer his own opinion.
But Mr. Tamale, is there NRM without Museveni?
Anti nkubuulira tikati nze family yange tenfuga era babasajja boogera ti tukozesa family ye tukozesa ba foreign taina ba foreign takozesa me nze map reader ate nze na vigete
Tamale kankulira amazima mu Uganda oli muomu no atali
do you believe
mu Uganda oli
let me tell you couldn't Nyerere have pressurized or better to give Museveni a job? Why did he go to the bush? Balesa akatambi nti Museveni yagende waligan ligan namugandi why are you supporting Gaddafi namuga I fought Gaddafi before you Museveni fought Gaddafi
yeah
abajasi ba Libya bajja wan on which side was Museveni abajasi ba Gaddafi baba kubira katonga era Gaddafi bwagende yajja wan the last time nagende Mengo abemengo nga bagala omukula babbe kakati Gaddafi era nabagereka yali nabagereka nga wali omunonyi wa sente kakati Gaddafi yabafiira mu ngalo abemengo kakati Gaddafi abemengo bamubuulira nti ogenda kugulawo kiri ekipande katonga tiye bakuwadde ne katonga medo tiye tomanyi nti abalibiya we babattira abemengo be babuusa Gaddafi Gaddafi olwava emengo yafuumuula motoka bali bamutwala ku kipande kiri abemengo ne bamubuusa ne bamugamba nti Museveni akuhumiliatinga ku katonga kwe bakutwala okulewo ekyo ekifaananyi kwe battira abalibiya Gaddafi yabuukira Mengo bamulinda ku kifaananyi yalabikayo. So Museveni is correct. May I analyze people? Kakati mmwe mbabuulira ne mbagamba nti you see any serious person the problem you have your professors bali basente they fear tebasobola kwogera mu Uganda nasigala muwogo I don't want a government job, I don't want to be an MP, I don't want to be a minister, and I live a simple life. Family yange twatudde ntugivumaganiramu ng'abaana bagamba otubozizza emirimu nibaga mugende ebweru unu juni agenda mu America alidda wano kadda kukola bwoki
wamukiriza okugenda
as long ngenda genda naye as long tayingira by'opposition kuba bajja mukoza mukuumidde wano deliberately singa yagenda ne mu White House naye mukuumidde wano wabula Bobi Wine amukoze Bobi Wine amuyambye nnyo njagala Bobi Wine ekyo nkimwebazaamu kakati kyobola abantu bataddeko akagundi ti Bobi Wine yali alowooza nti bwogenda ne galubindi mu kyoto bakataddeko. I'm making money for people. Go. Yes, do you know that many people kati abaliko bameka abeesasulidde bali bameka namugamba nti gwe Bobi Wine bye wazzeemu biyita byakuzannya
si byangu
ebyobufuzi biyita byakuzannya olowooza nti gwe basala embalu bamusannyalaza kakati mbagamba and if you had professors of political science and psychology bali babuulidde the situation prevailing in Uganda, any serious person consider Libya, consider Yugoslavia, consider Zimbabwe. The situation is you are heading to these three countries.
Uganda is
yes.
Why?
Let me explain. Gaddafi yafuna international isolation like the one we have. Gaddafi n'avuma Abamerika. They are rats, they are what, they are what.
Nga mukono gwe yakikoze.
Kaakati
ng'alayira.
Abazungu bagezi nnyo. Tebaakalaba gwe wekka. And they design how to overthrow government by a prevailing situation. Baatwala ow'e Panama baakuba Gaddafi. Waliwo omusajja w'e Haiti. Ye yabagamba n'obaga nti mukuŋŋanye emirambo gyonna egy'abafa siriimu. Tukolemu obuganga baba America. Baamuggyako. The person who knows the Americans is Uhuru Kenyatta. Humbled himself, went to
the ICC.
Yes. But bali mu kuzoom.
Mr. Tamale.
No, I'm explaining. Kakati Gaddafi baamukuba. Ne badisooyinga ebintu bye. Naye batisukoni n'amubuulira ne yeekweka. Ne batanada putted daughter we. Kakati ne bajja bafuna situations bbiri. Russia ebyonna byerwana mu Syria. Wano Russia teyinawo n'Abachina they can give you money to organize a function. But the Chinese have never died anywhere. In spite of their numbers, the Chinese don't die. Ne Hong Kong anti kugambi wali obalabyewa. Walabye mu China alwana ku lutalo. Overseas.
No.
China has avoided the war for 70 years. Ali kubizungiriza. Naye ku lutalo talwana. Because China is a continent. China inabafere. Communist Party kati yababbi. Kabaka president waabwe kabaka. Ono president bamufuula kabaka.
Okay.
Mu buwanga bw'Abachina. Buli lwasa omukazi omulungi aba wa Kisiraani. Is only their president now who is married to a beautiful woman.
Unakuwasa mubi.
Kakati nze nkugamba. Ti Gaddafi yakuba baamukuba. Reagan yamukuba n'asurvivinga. Era yamuyitanga Reagan. Si Reagan, Reagan. Kakati Gaddafi n'akuba Panama. N'akuba ennyonyi y'Abamerika. Yattira mu Bafalansa. Debris za falling Scotland. Kati Gaddafi n'afuna omukisa. The Russians blocked all available channels to give Europe gas. Mu winter, severe winter, n'abasaba gas. Some European countries were collapsing. The British ne batuula ba mirundi baayo. Can't we rebrand Gaddafi and get access to gas, cheap gas? They rebranded Gaddafi kuba batambula n'amawulire gaabwe. Ne bagamba ti omusajja baaforcinga Gaddafi na negotiating. The people who negotiated, who saved Gaddafi, Museveni and Mandela. Yes.
How?
Anti bali bamatadi fitu ugende Libya twayitanga Tunisia. No fly zone. Kakati Gaddafi bana ne bafa mu malwaliro ne bakola. Gaddafi n'afuna omukisa. The British were looking for cheap gas. And the alternative was Libya. Their former Prime Minister Tony Blair became an advisor of Gaddafi. Gaddafi was rebranded. Gaddafi compensated omuserikale wa traffic gwe bakuba amasasi from the Libyan embassy in 1983. Traffic yali akulembera demonstration. Gaddafi even bought a house. Mutabani we Islam donated the funds to a prestigious British foundation. Gaddafi ne bamugamba compensating ennyonyi yafiira mu Bafalansa be bali majority. The plane belonged to Panama, an American company, but the many of the people, the passengers were French. And Sankoz was facing an election. He wanted the money.
Okay.
America didn't want Khan, the president of IMF. He was a Eurocentrist. Yali agala nnyo Europe. Ne bamugamba nti yakutte omukazi. A black yamwalidde obuliri. Yamukutte. Kumugaana kwesimba kuki. Nabo babiina. They undermine you. They go to the bush, but a different bush.
Okay.
Baali balina omusajja ow'amagye General nga wa FBI nga bamusuubira nti ba Democrats ba Republicans gwe bagenda okuleeta bamwandamayininga teyagalamuko omusajja naye nga tabamwandi kitongole kirala ne bamugjamu ne babikola kakati Sankozi wants money for campaign. Britain wants gas. Who has all of these two? Is Gaddafi. Gaddafi was rebranded. Nagena mu UN. Nagvera ne Kagundi. Chairman of African Union. In 1983, Gaddafi was fired by America to become Muyaliko Secretary Gundi. Kola Muyabula mu Libya. Muyina koma twice. Kati bagala Gaddafi abere. Gaddafi na abera. Gaddafi nagenda New York. Natekawo tent ne yebaka. Ye is a desert Gundi. In New York. He even spoke beyond his allocated time. Ngabazungu bamutunulidde bweba. From New York, where did Gaddafi go? Italy. Yatuza parliament ya Italy for 7 hours. Ngabesimula balizo mukaka Gaddafi. Namala okwogera mu parliament ya Italy. Nakola ki? Nayita bamalaya bonna. Mulomo. N'abayita bamalaya. Yabawa $100 ebi buli mukazi. Namuwa n'akakaaya. Muyingira obusiraamu. It was investigated that Gaddafi did not retain any prostitute. Gaddafi ekyamukuba kyali ekyo Yiziramu. It seems Yiziramu negotiated with the Sankozi to compensate the French citizens and to give Sankozi money because Sankozi was tried and found guilty. Sankozi, because of his guilty conscience, yasooka okuba Gaddafi. Gaddafi abaana abo basatu bagenda e Benghazi ne balumba police. Ne babba emundu ezo. Gaddafi responded by deploying 10 tanks. Sankozi n'agamba, this mad man wants to kill his own people. Omwana wa Gaddafi n'agamba nti gwe Sankozi nakulabe wataata ng'okimye ssente nga tamanyi nti kimufiiriza ki.
Kimufiiriza obukulembeze bwe.
Gaddafi failed to eliminate Yiziramu. Singa yamukuba n'amutta, Yiziramu n'atandika okukola settlements. All of the Libyan oil funds should go to LCs. Nga abantu ne babuuza ono if Gaddafi surrendered the power to Yiziramu singa bwali. Era Yiziramu si mufu. All of Gaddafi's children died. Even when this Yiziramu was captured, he was not surrendered to ICC. Meaning he was on a mission sponsored by America and Europe. Yete bamuta nkugambe nti kati Libya ogitegedde Yiziramu. Gaddafi failed to either hand over power to Yiziramu or to kill Yiziramu. He ended up losing. Yiziramu ye negotiating a deal. When that is Libya. When you go to Zimbabwe, what happened? Omukyalo oli eyali vice president wa Mugabe. Bawe ye yalwana olutalo. Bamutira ku faamu ye. A vice president could not provide ambulance mbomuliro gwamwokeza. Nga Mugabe omuko yavuma ame commander. Do you know that we can demote you?
Omuko
bamunonya baleeta omukoba ekyatuuka ku Mugabe mu barracks yakimanyi kati stand yakimanyi. Ukwepanka kumaji. The reason in Zimbabwe was this is what is many commentators don't understand. Olutalo lweru lwamala emyaka eki. The shortest in history. Kitegeeza and abagenda mu nsiko baali baana bato. Why are they still here? Mugisha muntu yali wa myaka emeka. Who served 9 years as a commander and is still around. Tinyefunza yali wa myaka emeka. Gundi Mbabazi yali wa myaka emeka. Tumukunde yali wa myaka emeka. Which means the people who went to Luwero are still around. They can be silent, but they're still around. Can they allow Lwabogo to take a power? Lwabogo ayagala power. Can they allow him to take a power? Cheche Zimbabwe. Omukoye yavuma. Omukoye yavuma. Omukono yerega. Omukono nazala we ne berega. Bawamba buyinza. Because the fighters, the Mnangagwas, the other man who was a commander, could not surrender their revolution to
Enuka. Kuba neno.
Bawambani.
Bawamba Mugabe.
Kakati nenkugamba. Nti Yugoslavia. Look what Yugoslavia politically. Waliyo Tito. Tito alinga muyite Museveni. Tito yali ava mu bakolesha. A small tribe in Yugoslavia. Not the Serbians, the Baganda. But the Serbians had also their man, Holohimu Kaira. The Serbians who dominated the army, the Serb army, the Yugoslav army, supported Tito, like Baganda supported Museveni. When Tito died, after 6 years in power, they said, let us have a rotation of presidents for 2 years. For 2 years. Buli muntu afugeko. The arrogant Serbs said the Croatians should wait for 36 years. The first country to be declared, I think it was the French president who declared Croatia. Croatia became independent. If we cannot rule, we can wait for 36 years as Abasabu Nebabagamba. You are free to go for independence. Why? But wali enyumba y'omusabu wonna waffe. What if the Banyankole today say you are free to go? But every property, wali enyumba y'omunyankole waffe. What happens? This is what happened in Yugoslavia. Okay. The Serbs said because they were but before Tito died, Tito Yalimesared the army to go to Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia is divided into 4. When I see Baganda have gone, Baganda written us paper. The Baganda have withdrawn from this government. Yeah. In Baganda, when you see Baganda voting illiterates, they are preparing for a riot. A riot. Buganda buli lwogiraba nga abagezi ba America kyambadde baani babasudde. They are preparing for a riot. Kiba kivumu. Humiliation. In 1966, Mayanja Nkanji did not chair the Stomero Chief that first declared that the central government should leave Buganda soil. It was done by somebody unknown. Ekiteeso kyaleetebwa Lwasa Mayinja. Ekiteeso Lwasa Mayinja kyaleetebwa unknown man from Rakai, from Kochi, even Kangi himself. Mayanja Nkanji told them, I'm a lawyer. If you chase away the central government, or better we receive an opportunity to hit us. Okay. Bamuno akakasajja ka mutima, and interestingly, Maiga is from the Mutima. Anti nkubuulira nkugamba. History repeats itself. Kakati Maiga is demanding money from Museveni. Nga kibi. Otumeta Buganda tebanja. Anti ebanja bakajiwa mmeka. Anti Maiga amanye ekiri mu government. Kakati Busoga. The Chabazing of Busoga is supposed to be an aide of Museveni because Museveni gave him a job. Did you see Chabazing as the function? No. Swearing function? No. If Buganda goes and Busoga goes, are we not moving to Yugoslavia? That's why Mwemba Gamba. Timulinga Banu. Abalaba Jesus Yabagambanga. Me, I said these things why? Because I know. I say them in a good face. Okay. Nobody will arrest me. But I'm tickling your minds. I'm tickling your minds to understand the situation. Yeah. Which situation are we having? Nabaganda Museveni ainekeze. Museveni ekizibu kyayina. Si ky'abazungu. Famire ye. Abaganda Bible ekugamba nti omulabewo anabanga mu nyumba ye. Nobody is causing trouble in this country. Nga talina Luganda na Museveni. Abatabanye eggwanga bona. Yes. Olinganga gandi President Museveni yalayiridde bwere. Anti nkubuulira negamba, nkubuulira negamba. Fe Abaganda tulina engerezi to describe the current situation. Having analyzed what happened in other countries, I move to my final submission. Okay. The Baganda have 2 proverbs. Omuganda akugamba semusota kuli muntamu. A snake in a cooking pot. If you hit it, you also hit the cooking pot. You will not, because it was not easy at that time to manufacture many. Abawumbi okuwumba entamu wagirabako entamu enganda nga egirama kuba kire. Don't you, do you know why the Chinese have invaded our swamps? Bajjayo ensonzi zirya bbumba, abakazi balya bbumba, amagumba bazitwala wabuladduka lwera bamudya abachina babbye buli wamu wano. Kakati nkugamba nti Muganda says that nti mukomumbi aliira ku lujjo. The manufacture of pot aliira ku lujjo comes out of a broken pot. Kubanga everything this muwumbi manufactures is for sale. Omuganda n'agamba nti musota guli muntamu. You hit it and you hit the cooking pot, you don't cook. So waiting the snake to uncoil to get out of kubanga omusota guno gwajjanga omusota guli cold blooded gujja kuwulira bbugumu. Yes, era gwezinga nnyo mu baana munazaalibwa n'omusota you are stupid. Omusota gujja ne gwezinga mu mwana okufuna ebbugumu. Kati abantu abasinga obujja bagamba munazaalibwa n'omusota you are stupid. Kakati omuganda kugamba nti semusota guli mu ntamu. Museveni alina omusota oguli mu ntamu agukube entamu eyateke oba alinde omusota gugende tajja kulya. Two, omuganda tells you nti a wild animal survives if it is a totem. Omuganda agamba kisangaata ekitte embogo yasanga mukwenda mu Lwera. Mukwenda was one of the powerful Baganda Saza chiefs. So no his way to massacre, he came face to face with the buffalo. The buffalo killed most of his people. Why? Mukwenda belonged to the buffalo clan. Yaita sobola jita. Netulugunya ne ba embogo netta abantu bonna be yali nabo. Mukwenda could not kill the buffalo. Because Mukwenda belonged to the buffalo clan. Kakati Omuganda explains the situation we are in. A snake in the cooking pot. What is important, in fact, let me tell you, Kadaga and Olanya just victims.
Before you go to Kadaga, Tamale.
These are victims.
Before you go to Kadaga.
The person who wants to use Kadaga, who uses Olanya, Olanya would reject it.
Before you go to Kadaga.
Yes.
Jaro nyambo ebintu biri. Kuze mpogera ke neso ngaja kunya kuza eza nkutomo babiri bazi kulebana ko nbabo ziri biri. One, Museveni mukwogera ke. Yabogeda about na agamba ati abazungu not tebaswa kumusabeza about democracy and good governance.
Yes.
Dala mtufu President Museveni, Local Africa, yekande mtufu ogante musabeza governance and democracy.
What Museveni's government is suffering from, we call it political hygiene. When a system overstays in power, it develops political inertia. Museveni ekimubonyabonya ayina omuntu atawanya gavumenti ye kwatasobola kwata embogo esanze mukwenda mu Lwera. All of these issues you see abo bonna nabagamba nebakuba n'omwana wange ti Besigye yalimba kandiho nalimba n'Owaiso ti abaana ba Bobi Wine Nuupu baagala okwokya ekibuga. They went to Museveni. Besigye yabiyiya. Besigye muli wase mukwata mukuba akatambi. Besigye mukuba akatambi. Mukuba akatambi acha leti Besigye challenge me mukuba akatambi. So Museveni was deceived. But Museveni said, oba bazzukulu bange baagala okwokya ekibuga, preempt them as the leader would do. Mubakwate, mubateeke mu centers tubasomesa. Museveni says, you deal with the authors, not bano bakozesa. Abaana abazzukulu bange bakozesa. Mubasomese mubawe ne sente bagende bakole emirimu. But somebody Museveni cannot touch. Yateeka abantu be mu kitongole mu special forces ne bakolera mu ebikolobero. Where did they say get all of these photos? The damaging photos they have. And inside, embogo yasanga mukwenda mu Lwera. mbogo
ekyasooka kunewunyisa
mu gavumenti ya Museveni mulimu embogo naye mukwenda tayinza gikwatako kubanga mukwenda yeddira mbogo.
Ekyasooka kunewunyisa
I'm telling you.
President javudde n'alaga nti yamala emyaka 16 mu nsiko.
Yes.
Nga kyemutwala mu nsiko
kulwanira
democracy and good governance.
Kankubuulire
emyaka 16 yamalayo
anti president
jamuyamba ki kubanga bina byagenda mu nsiko yamutwala mu nsiko sasa babikola mu
government. Bwe tusoma international relations batugamba ti what the president talks to his local or domestic audience tetwala nga bikulu. Yes, he has to say that he's in charge. But do you see abakwatanga abantu mu kibuga? He arrested them. I told you, the government is negotiating with the new leaders to get nalabye nga babukedde bakubye nalweso taliimu mubateesa nalweso taliimu nalweso is not part of the negotiating it ajantinga kubanje wagoni obwabukedde ne bulyoka buyogera ebyobusiru. So has the president, is the president defiant? No. We got violence. Museveni sacked the command of the special forces. Birungi. He's not like Obote, who was defiant. Museveni moved in. The mistake he made was to bring his son back into the local gun. Kakati olokuba oli ayagala obusekati Holocaust akuba muhozi namuteekamu abantu. This is where the problem is. Ebyo byonna ebiri mu parliament. Is Museveni aware in embogo mukwenda gye yasanga mu Lwera gyatasobola kukwatako? All MPs who are swearing now have been allocated 20 million shillings to celebrate to organize their parties. Museveni has embogo eri munda muli Paulo Muwanga. Yes. Anti nze tebansobola kubanga enkuŋŋaana zaabwe nzikwata. Museveni called tumwebaze n'amugamba tumwebaze. I know you are reviving the fellowship. Be relevant. Nabadde simanyi kyekitegeeza. But somebody explained it to tumwebaze nti relevant, if you are irrelevant, when a leader tells you nobody yakyogera n'amin, you are either in a grave, you are in a prison cell, or you are in exile. Tumwebaze panic it. But on embogo yasanga mukwenda mu Lwera, he's still organizing meetings, has allocated 20 million kadagaba mujjeko. Kakati that's where the problem is. Kani Museveni kani mukwenda kirwe embogo ngate mukwenda yeddira mbogo.
If you talk about good governance, gomino simutuga ndi waliwo sanction ezakubye stopping the Uganda officials.
Nabasomera wano
n'abakungu be walaga bali kuweza kuzuula.
Because for you bawereza ku Zoom. Anti kyenkubuulira bawereza ku Zoom. Media eriroddawo is only me. Media mwenda bamuwa 3.5 billion. Media bayiwa 10 billion.
Let's go back to Museveni as in good governance. Government
how does Museveni get information? Through intelligence. Bajiwamba kulog it through newspapers bazikula. Is me miso
Mr. Tamale, what if
you want to ngokubayo omulenzi ne mwaso andi kubudde ne gamba how does the president get information?
Through IDs wenga
ugambe anti nze sigendayo
atenga mukwano
anti nkugambe the president has provided me with the security. The president has provided me with a vehicle. I don't know whether he is aware ti emotoka teri mu mafuta. I pay for my fuel. Ekyokusatu Museveni azimende bantya nti okujjako pulogulaamu zange z'abalema. That's enough. Ampadde ebintu ebyo bisatu. Survival. Yabagamba nti if you kill that man, I will dig deep and uproot you. Era bwe baba boogera mu meeting yawedde baagamba we should not shed blood. Why? But yanza okuzita babata oyo omulenzi bane bamuwasa omutwe. So it is up to Museveni to solve this puzzle of mukwenda and the snake in the cooking pot.
But he's saying good governance ajimanyi.
Museveni tomujigiriza good governance. Yajja wano Museveni lacks people to explain. You have a vibrant parliament. Njagala umbulize ku mulembe gw'Obote 1980 to 95. Who was the chairman of PAC? Under Commonwealth rules, the parliamentary rules, the chairman of PAC comes from the opposition. UPC tesobola kikola.
Okay.
Yes. 2. If Museveni, if gerrymandering eyanankabirwa, my problem is nina omu ku bakyala bange yazaala abaana abo yakugamba quality is better than quantity. Ye yazaala abo
n'akita
nje n'akita ye yakita
n'agamba akomyawo ayagala quality so
bonna bali bulungi yakugamba kakati even if you have ababaka ba parliament nze to have peace tulina kyetuyita peace dividend.
What is meant by good governance?
Anti kyenkubulya kiri bwekyo anti kyenkubulya tulina benchmarks free media, free and regular elections and gundi kakati oyagala kyekirala kyembabuuza how you are suffering from professional occupational hazards. Tell me tuve wano tell me a journalist who is languishing in a prison for doing journalistic work tugende mujeyo. Tell me one ono muvuko ono emboobu bwa italina kyekola oyo akavubuka akali amba amawulire kakosajja kakola kakola mu lupapula kyesimanyi bakaitania.
Why are so many restrictions?
I defend journalism more than that, but that idiot, he gets only European money. Tell me a journalist who is languishing in prison as you celebrate the Freedom Day. You are talking about occupation. Tell me, I will tell the president. Amakage nafumbamu ninayo balamu bange. I can get audience with the president. You tell me where we can buy tear gas that covers where it confronts a journalist. Tell me where we can buy bullets that those are occupational hazard. In fact, it's because of failure by people like Nabakova. If I was in Nabakova on Media's Day, I would get a report. How many journalists have died in doing their work? Monsignor. How many journalists are in prison? Uganda does not have a single journalist languishing in a prison for doing journalistic work. Aliwa.
Don't air this.
Tell me a journalist who has been charged with treason. But your baby, bagamba kuyita Jacob. Jokemuja kemuka walagoba bela kwasa omutwe kadda wano kuzanyisa mbonaze ne jambi ngono nanyine buyinzo ayagala kusula government kanjogerako anje kanjogerako seketika tubako bela kwasa omutwe ne kitava ko ne bamutta ayisisi what is ayisisi bago bamutabazi ne bakaleta ngono nyine unafusa omusota mu ntamu nga yakalisi tubuloko mayiguli izikwateko bakubeba kwasa omutwe.
That good governance.
And for you are timid. Me.
Social media. Let me
tell you. The president is receiving bad advice from your people. You call
people.
Do you know how much money? Do you know how much money government lost? Get the internet.
Yes,
anti kakati lose anti kyenkubulira nti abo bamukola obubi nga ndi mawulire nga nze minisita nyiza n'okugalawo. What are they saying that I cannot demolish? Tell me an opposition person what he can say which I cannot demolish. Nkubidde Magogo esimu ku makya ne mugandi Magogo banno bakutwala mu fufu. Magogo ngambye fufu efugibwa mateeka ne Magogo nangamba nti minister Morocco angambye Morocco nawe walala nanga nti Morocco the minister yakulira fufu
yakulira ekibiina kyayo ky'omupiira
and has given me another country where an equivalent of Mukahanizi is the chairman of fufu. Why? why should an equivalent etwezala egundi nga mukakanizi ayingira mufufa fufa omupiira kati gwafuuka business. This is why the Chinese abantu bonna batunulidde ekintu kimu. There are two people eyeing China. The Catholic Church is eyeing China. If 1 billion people convert, China ina 40 million people Catholics. The only problem is that the Catholic Church in China is controlled by the Communist Party. Bishop Bakanari Paparonda is not recognized by the Vatican. Recognize it. To another person who is eyeing the Chinese is FIFA. If these people, Museveni yayigiza abachina okunywa kahawa, bayite bamunywa. If the Chinese can join soccer, they are training because it is money. America is training because of money. Kakati the moment bali angami chengeza ko kugamba okimanyi. He has defended his position. He says nti amateeka agafuka fufa sigawan. If they are challenging me, I can quote examples. He has told me about Morocco. Has also given me another country which I have forgotten because I was angry about this Mugundi. But he defends. Why doesn't Museveni have defenders? They are humiliated. Yes, whenever Africans get challenges, omukulu talabwa mukamwa lwaki oyina omumwa lwaki tolabwa mukamwa ng'oyasami. Train people who can defend counter. Nebo bodi ya Mirundi n'omuteeka eno n'oteekayo gundi ono mwala bamuyitani bakusasira abo type yaabwe mbakuba ne bateeka ku ttaka. Era nkugamba, if I join the opposition, two things will happen to me. They will shoot me, my head, oba minzani ejja kwewanika.
Opposition ebirengeri waggulu nnyo.
Ngandala. I reform the opposition. Kubanga nze sikkiririza mu coercion. Gwe kyenkubuulira ani yali azze wano nenjogera ekigambo nanvuma era baddamu ebyo mutamiivu muki. No, okutamira si issue. Have you responded to what I've said? I've said when you look at Libya, Gaddafi failed to contain Islam. When you look at Zimbabwe, the same. Mugabe's wife, Omuko, yavuma mekamanda. Tusobola n'okukyusa. Bamutwala nekadu bindize.
When you come here,
yes. Tuyina aliwo. Atayogerwako. Tuyina embogo nga mukwenda atugikwata. Tuyina Paulo Muwanga. Let me tell you. Paulo Muwanga, do you know why Paulo Muwanga overthrew his government? Muwanga, I think, he wanted to rule the country. But he knew that he had to bring Obote back and undermine him. When Obote came, Paulo Muwanga became vice president and minister of defense. Obote could not have entrusted Paulo Muwanga with the defense, but Muwanga had become the chairman of the military commission. Nga Museveni ye vice. Muwanga did not recruit Baganda from Mutukula through Masaka. Then he gave Museveni an opportunity to bagenda okutuuka e Kampala. Museveni saw Muwanga quarreling with Mugwesha on why they were not recruiting Baganda. By the time Chikosi Marumu came, Museveni had never seen Zamaji. Kakati Obote realized Muwanga had to be tamed. Naye Wakasisi proposed to Muwanga. Why propose to Obote? Why don't you appoint Muwanga Minister of Finance? Obote n'amugamba nti empisa ejja kuwoza akatale ejja kugasiza Muwanga ayagala nnyo ssente. Kakati Obote n'agamba Obote in the 60s enjoyed the quarrels in UPC because those who were quarreling used to come to Obote as a father. This is why UPC split into groups. UPC Science, UPC Syndicate, Gaya Mwankole. UPC Science
yali yawo.
Anti Mwankole, Gabayina Biri. UPC Science yabasoma, ne UPC Syndicate. Gabayina UPC Nkomba, ne UPC Mfungulo. ngabo bamwankole abanyankole balina UPCs UPC syndicate UPC science UPC enkomba and UPC enfungulo jinja yikanga kamuli UPC Buganda obati consoled himself ours is a part of ideas but chiyika kakati obati naye kata tutemu muwanga gundi ulisi Lwakasisi tabawandikidde kitaba akoze bubi Lwakasisi became Minister of Tourism nagoba muwanga munene maaso nti bajagala kujira appreciating eyo jolaba enogungu Seraton kyali kisiko nga tusobola kuva ku Speak kugenda ku Seraton nga bakwatirawo abakazi emisana tu era bwe NRM bwe yajja mu buyinza twaluyitanga lujja nga banaire Breweries baleeta omwenge paka abasajja lwe batandika okukwatirawo abakazi nga batamidde emisana eyo Imperial emitayimbwa gyaliwo era bwe baali bayisa ssente nga bano bafati bwali badduka ekkooti y'embalala empale kabaale aliyingira Rwanda nandawe anti nkubuulira kakati Obote bayisa ssente mu Parliament okwo Meriton ngayo Seraton bagiyita Meriton I know why the DPM MPs don't want this money to be passed because it contains the name Meriton ne Meriton yali mu nseko ng'Obote ye president kakati gundi we had the North Korean commandos, we had the British Advanced Military Training Team, because at that time, Britain was under Margaret Thatcher, and Margaret Thatcher was saying, give military a chance. Uganda needs an experienced hand, and that hand belongs to military. But to Tanzania, they were training Amaje, Okuba Museveni. Kakati Obote Chiakola, nakwata Smith upon a chaka, and I'm chief of staff. Tutemu muwanga nakwata ogole kano ogole definitely kano ogole abangeje ne bamutrainingira North Korean commandos twagendanga mu Luweero nga ba commandos aba gundi abo bali Kasenge n'abagundi special forces era nga tubasala bwetu ngogenda mu bale boss kati omusajja bamuyitaani chairman wa UPC. When he saw the North Korean commandos at the front line guiding Katusi Sobichi, he said in Tekumi, Kasiriv. I was one of the last people who saw Kasiriv alive. Manya Bamu Yola. Okay. Yes. Nek Nasa Nikalime read this one way. Kalimayan Namoya, because I published a story in the morning, but they had been surrounded up. I didn't go. Paulo Mwanga, Gondi, Botanagam. Peter Otai become a Minister of State for Defense. Nga yakola buli kimu kyonna tutemu Paulo Muwanga. Okay. Kakati nibatendeka special forces. Batendeka special budget ngani. Special force yali abasajja bateso nga bebasingamu obungi nga bambala ebyambalo bya bulabu. Lwe yakumba okuyingira Kampala balaga amaanyi Muwanga yalejula army ne bagikubamu amasasi ne bataaga Bombo Road. Muwanga yagamba twabadde twalowooza nti bayeekera bavudde bombo yabakuba amasasi Paulo Muwanga. Obote failed to arrest Paulo Muwanga. Paulo Muwanga met Kirunda Kivejinja, is not alive. He met Kirunda Kivejinja in Germany and he assured the NRM people that he was in charge. He could overthrow Obote any time. Kuba Nyerere yajja wano n'asanga Obote ng'atamidde. Nagamba Obote, nagamba Paulo, why don't you overthrow this drunkard man? Kati Obote n'asaba Nyerere abatabaganye ne Paulo Muwanga. Mwenye Nyerere kye yakola? Nyerere yafuuwa lufu. I'm ready for Dodoma. I'm ready for Dodoma. Muwanga topped Obote because of encouragement from Nyerere. Kuba Nyerere yali alowooza nti Obote will reform. Obote yagamba wenakoma wenatandikira. He did not reconcile with the Baganda or anybody. I will begin where he started. I came here with the one-way ticket. Kakati Paulo Muwanga kwategeera nti Otai agala muli ako kifoki. Muwanga revived UFM and FEDEM. And the commander of FEDEM was his son. Muwanga yazzawo yayita Kayiira. Muwanga hosted the rebels from NRM headed by Major Katabalu n'abatuuza wa kakati obete bwategeera bakulisirwa akasisi baani ne bategeera ti Muwanga Austin ba rebels baalagira Captain Namiti eyali aduumira embalala intercepted Katabalu no dhawe n'abatta. All of those who attended Muwanga's meeting, no. What Museveni is saying, you cannot panic. These people, your people, must know that you are in charge. Abana bonna ku kyalo bwe babakuba baddukira wa taata waabwe gundi ankubye
era bwe mwana matata we asinga amaanyi bwe kiri
kati Museveni cannot panic too. Me am not see these Europeans invading Uganda. No. They need Uganda. What they need is to understand nti mulimu malisi tibwe balaba muhoozi nga z'okusikira birungi bamuteekamu abantu Besigye propose n'abalimba n'alya ssente bano ne bakuliyetinga. How many cases have we seen Europeans targeting Americans targeted in Iraq Chinese embassy because of poor intelligence? Americans have bombed civilians for poor intelligence. Yes. So it means that this government, me, I'm happy. We get people like the Avalis, we get people like Kutesa who are known, we get our diplomatic corps. This front can be solved. Why? I'm not seeing any future violations of human rights. What the government should do? 3 things. 1, fill the vacant post of chairman of Uganda Human Rights Commission, because this is a constitutional auditor of government. 2, announce these days, I think it has dawned on General Tumwine that things are worse. I'm seeing him taking a back seat. He's no longer making abusive statements. He's a man who is becoming sober because the goodness of knowing of exposure amanyi what does a ban mean. Kakati we must close all gundi safe houses bwe bayita gundi mu parliament ya Ghana. So we must close, announce publicly if they operate kubanga safe houses were abused by Kaka. Safe houses have been existing in colonial times. They belong to the police. Nti bodira abantu tumukunde yakyogera. Tumukunde yagamba nti if you take Kamoga n'omusiba n'abatabuli they will turn Ruzira into a college. Kakati mu colonial times bakolanga safe houses, they belong to the police. To separate prisoners, not to know to plan for you. Okay. Tuleba mu court. If I go to court now, mbagamba nti nja kwogera mu Luganda. Bwonsekerera. But do you know what it means? By the time a government or somebody, a lawyer, asks me a question, then imbanchi yeya. I get another time when the translator is translating. Yes. Whether you let us announce the safe houses, let us release I don't think that narration is part of the negotiating team. And narration will scare people. Let
us release what?
Those are people who are scared, who scare the population. Narration should sit down. Nakalima should not show her face. There are people who cannot show their faces. Mbayo. No dino mukazi ngambayo. No muganti mbayo. Omuleta very much of a ceremony.
Minister for Presidency.
Anti nkubuli omukwekako.
I think what Minister for Presidency.
Toyinza kumperekera kugenda kukima mukazi wange avuma sezaala wange. They must hide their ceremony. Nakalema akutta abantu ab'obwere. Nakalema uniform agigumuzeeko ezingala bitezeetaagibwa kati. These are tainted fellows. This Museveni is retain Bahati, alitaininge gundi, alitaininge kitutu, eyabba amasanyalaze, because alitaininge nakiwala kiyenje. Nakiwala kiyenje. Youth, by the time of Bigirimana left the ministry, yaina a successful youth program. Gabawola sent. If I can tell the Museveni aboze Bigirimana, that immediately Bigirimana left, tumwebaza teyagikoloving bokulya sente. Let Museveni include any of those ministers who are charged via Zoom by extracting human organs gabatta bantu baabwe. Afune gavumenti eyabategeera eyabalikirini.
Nekino kimusabe abaana ba NUP nejjo bamedwa bail abira satumba bakomera nabo babatera
andi nkubuulira let the president ebyo byonna bigenda kubeerawo ababaleeta ne babagana ono ali munda embogo yali munda gavumenti ya Museveni mulimu Paulo Muwanga bwana batamukutte nga tamuyise mu family meeting namuga nti gu akyatuuza enkuŋŋaana. Yamutumira tumwebaza akyaganye omuvuka aganye anti kyenkubuulira embogo yasanga mukwenda mulwera. If Museveni does not deal with this young man, he is determined. Me, I think he is mentally sick.
Ngativa ku nsonga eyo Mr. Tamale Kagame butajjawo neno ku mukolo gwa
let me tell you Kagame wrongly believed that by closing the border the Banyarwanda who vote Museveni because their citizens here ajja kugwa. It did not materialize. I wouldn't expect Kagame to come here because during the talks it was revealed Kagame hinabaalize mu government kubanga bagamba the follow back country for the Rwandese is Uganda. Yes. It took the Tutsis 50 years to go back. It will take the Hutus 100 or 30 years to go back. How do you control a country? 40% or 50% of your population, 30 years diaspora. Who killed the Italian man, Italian ambassador to Congo? Why is they are fighting in Eastern Congo? Rwanda established a buffer zone in Eastern Congo. It cannot trust the administration because it will allow the Interahamwe. But gundi ya kugamba gundi Nicole Machiveri ya kugamba anybody who has helped the prince to come to power must be eliminated. Rwanda will maintain hostile relationship with Uganda. Why? They want to assert themselves that they are independent. Yes.
How will your friend mukwano agenda kuita kuitengecha Africa ngalemedde okumanya solving issue ngeno okubanja ze oli kumbi mutabani
anti bwe batuula no bwe batuula nze kyebaga nti mu Africa tetumanyi sovereignty. Yes, nakulira wa muganda wange, does he give me a gun? Orders?
No, he doesn't.
John Baddeyo Samulabi, did I ring him? And when he wants to influence me, omulabaze ajiwakana, he recognizes that nange yes. Israel gets money, more money from America, but America does not good direct. In fact, when Clinton pressurized with the Pope Johnny pressurized the Israelis to talk to the Palestinians, the Israelis responded by two things. Badira Clinton